Hello, and welcome to the LAMINA1 Hub, your gateway to the open metaverse. Here you'll be able to manage your digital identity, items, and experiences from one convenient place. The LAMINA1 Hub is designed by and for gamers, fans, creators, and developers. The first step to accessing the LAMINA1 Hub is creating a new account. We designed this process to be as familiar and frictionless as possible by drawing on existing mental models, abstracting away from complicated authentication, and streamlining the process while maintaining industry-standard network security protocols. To get started, just choose one of these sign-in methods. Once you do, the key to your hub is generated automatically and paired with this login method behind the scenes. As you can see, we will be briefly bumped out for social authentication, then asked if we'd like to increase our account security by enabling two-factor authentication. We'll skip this for now and cover it later on in the demo. And just like that, you're in. This is the LAMINA1 Hub, a growing collection of features that will help you explore, build, and create in the metaverse. Each of these tabs represents something that you can currently do in the hub, and as we continue to build out these features, we will be introducing new tabs, new functionality into this space. Here in the Home tab, you can get a quick look at your status in the metaverse. This area, the dashboard, helps you see your balance and recent activity at a glance, and will also include customizability going forward. Down here in Discover, you'll be able to see a carousel of metaverse updates from the LAMINA1 ecosystem of products and partners. We hope to refine this area over time to make sure that you're only seeing topics that you're most interested in. Now let's dive into the Send tab, one of the first major functionalities that you can do with the LAMINA1 Hub today. Here you'll be able to transfer assets to other people and places in the metaverse. Up here is my balance of tokens. Over here is my own address, which can be easily copied for sharing out to friends who want to send me something. Earlier today, Neil Stevenson logged into his hub, copied his address, and sent it to me via Discord. I'd like to send him some L1, so I'll go ahead and paste his address right here and enter 1 for the amount. As you can see, we have a gas estimate and the option to send has been unlocked. When I click send, I get this confirmation pop-up, and just like that, I'm able to see that my transfer of L1 to Neil was sent. For now, this tab only supports the transfer of L1 Betanet tokens, which you can get from our token faucet on the LAMINA1 Discord. But soon, you'll be able to send digital items and more. In this transfer receipt, we can see some information about the transfer that just went through. To view this transaction on the Blockchain Explorer, you can click here. To view the address in the Blockchain Explorer, you can click here. Another place to view your recent transactions is this tab, the Activity tab. Here you'll be able to see an expanded view of your recent transactions. Eventually, this activity will also include other things that you might be doing around the metaverse, such as trading items, making friends, or finding experiences. For now, you can see it showing my most recent transaction, which I can view in a more detailed technical context by clicking the address or this Received button, which will let me view these things in the Explorer. As we've been going along, you may have noticed this circled question mark down here in the lower right-hand corner of every page. This is the Help drawer, which can give you some quick advice relevant to whichever tab you're currently on. As you can see, there's different information for the Send tab, Activity tab, and Home tab. If we click one of these links, it will take us to the Help Center, where we can find more in-depth information about the Hub. Topics covered in the Help Center include tips and tools on how to get started, information on the L1 Betanet token and tracking your transactions, and where to access developer tools and documentation. If you can't find the answer to your question here, check for it in the LAMINA1 Users and Developers Guide, our dedicated AMA library, or leave your question or concern in this feedback survey so that we can continue to improve the experience and the educational resources available in the Hub. Another area we can explore is the Settings page, which currently gives you access to some basic tools, including the ability to change your avatar to one of our presets, manage your credentials directly via Web3 Auth, and log out. For now, your username and avatar are pulled from the social that you chose to log in with, but you can look forward to reserving your LAMINA1 username and more account personalization tools in the near future. For the last part of this demo, I'll give a quick explanation of how the Hub authentication process works and how you can increase the security of your account by enabling two-factor authentication. To do so, I'll just log out from here in the settings page or in this drop-down menu. Every time you log into your account, if you haven't already, you'll be prompted to add two-factor authentication. We strongly recommend doing this, especially if you plan to store valuable assets on the Hub. What two-factor authentication does is this. Instead of having just one key to unlock your Hub account, we'll divide up that key into 3 additional shares or subdivisions. This helps to increase both the security and recoverability of your account, giving you more ways to log into your Hub while also adding an extra layer of protection. The first share will be saved to your device via your browser cache. That means if you log in later from the same device and browser, this share will be automatically detected and authenticated without you having to lift a finger. The second share will be a different social login. For this, I'm choosing LinkedIn. As you can see, it's similar to the first social authentication flow we experienced when creating the account. The last share is a local share, which you can choose to either download or send to your email. If you want, you can even write it down and store it somewhere secret. That's a great backup share to have if you lose access for some reason. Having enabled two-factor authentication, we will now be required to use at least 2 shares to log in. But as long as you're using the same device and browser or have your other shares at the ready, logging in will always be as easy and simple as the first time. Thank you for joining me in exploring our first official release of the LAMINA1 Hub, which, with your engagement and feedback, will continue to improve and grow in the coming months. Eventually, the LAMINA1 Hub will be your gateway to the open metaverse, powered by the L1 blockchain and a new generation of Web3, XR, and immersive creators from around the globe.